Hey guys, this is Maria Saracen from mariasaracen.com, and I'm coming back for an encore video of Divi 2.6. I already made one for Divi 2.5, and I want to give you guys an update of what's new in this new incarnation of Divi. There's some exciting changes, and if you are unfamiliar with Divi, it's basically a WordPress theme created by elegantthemes.com. These guys are really fantastic. They have excellent support, and they are continuously committed to improving the Divi theme in specific because it has such a huge fan base and following, and it actually happens to be my favorite WordPress theme and WordPress builder. Now, if you are a member of Elegant Themes, it only costs $69 a year, and you get access to Divi as well as all of their other fantastic themes, which is an absolute steal because you could easily pay $69 for just one theme. However, if you have the developer level of membership, which is $89 per year, you also get to use Divi as a plugin. So that means you can take any WordPress theme that you love and use and add the Divi plugin so that you can make it even easier and more customizable, whatever theme you're using. Now, if you have not encountered Divi before and you don't know some of the very cool features that it has, I encourage you to watch my video that I made a couple of months ago. I think it was 4 months ago to be exact. And I apologize. I used the word customizable so many times that this video would be a fantastic drinking game. I'm going to try not to do the same thing in this video, but Divi certainly is extremely customizable and it is responsive, which is fantastic. Now, one of the biggest changes of Divi in version 2.6 is that they have changed the look of the ePanel as we know it, and it looks a lot more like the Divi Builder. In fact, it's exactly like the Divi Builder in its design and in its outlay. And when you go through it, you will see it's incredibly easy to use. It's just very clean. Everything is very much the same as it was, just more attractive looking. And one very cool thing is over here with the integration where you can put in your header code. You can add code to the right over here and add code to the body. So it just makes integrating it with other things very easy. So that is one of the main changes in this incarnation of Divi. Another really big change is that you have more options for your header. Now I'm going to go to the actual Divi blog to show you this part because I am not going to mess around with my site too much to show you. But basically they have a slide-in header, which you can see right here. It slides in. We'll watch it again. There's a little hamburger doohickey here. The header slides in when you click on it, and then you have your menu right there. So that's very cool. That's one version of the new header. And then you have the full screen header. And again, this is a menu. When you click on the hamburger, the menu appears. And it's just a little bit more modern and what you're seeing on mobile devices. Okay, so that is another very cool change. And where you would customize that is, let me just see. I have all these windows open. Here we go. Okay, so you do not change the header in the modules of your builder. You would change the header over here, which is the customize panel for Divi. You go into header and navigation, you go into header format, and then you pick your header style there. You have default, centered, inline, slide in, which is new, and full screen, which is new. So that is where you will find that. Now, in the actual Divi Builder, I have created an example page for you to see. This is the Divi Builder. And again, the headers are not part of the modules that you would insert here. But we do have some new things. So one of these new things are buttons. So these are new modules right here with the buttons. So you can literally put buttons anywhere. You can really customize them in terms of their color. You can add icons. You can disable them on phones, tablets, and desktops. And this is another really powerful new feature of Divi 2.6, is that you can have certain things enabled on, say, a desktop, but then you can disable it on a phone if it's just not going to play nice with the phone. So that's very cool. In your advanced settings, use custom styles for button. Okay, so this one I just want to show you is the default style. If I wanted to use a custom style, I just click on the yes, and then you can change the text size, the color of the text, the border on the button, the width of it, the color, so many things. And then you can also use icons in the button too. So that is one thing you can do there. I just created 2 different buttons. This was customized. This was the default, just to show you. Now, another feature that's new in Divi 2.6 is this lovely doohickey, where you can feature your blog posts in a slider. And unfortunately, my site doesn't have a ton of blog posts, and I didn't add featured images to them, but I just created this so you can see how pretty it looks. I used I think it's a 1/3 or 1/4 on this side, and I think it's 2/3 here, 1/3 and 2/3, but we can see for sure. Yeah, and so it's a post slider, and it just, you can customize the background. I could have had an image. I have a solid background here, but it's a pretty neat feature. Another feature they have is a search box, so that you can add a search box anywhere on your web page. It doesn't just have to be relegated to the top or in your sidebar or whatever. You can literally add a search bar anywhere, and of course you can customize it with colors as well. And then this little cutie patootie here is my son and I just wanted to use him as an example of what you can do with images. So as you saw, as soon as I hovered over it, an overlay came over it, and then I put a little heart symbol there because I'm that corny. But I'm going to show you right here how you would do that. So you upload your image, and then you put your link URL. You have to have a link URL in order for the image overlay to work. And you can set the URL to open in the same tab or a new tab. And then you just select the overlay color. And just so you know, let me just show you here. You can change the opacity, okay? So if I had it really, if I had no transparency to it, it would be a solid block that goes over so that it is not transparent. And then if I go over here, see, it's a solid color. So just bear in mind that you can change the transparency when you pick the overlay color. You just toggle this control as well to change the transparency of it. I like to see a little bit of my son once the mouse hovered over him, like this. Okay, so that is another very cool feature that you can utilize, the image overlay. All right, now I want to show you the opacity features. So you know how sometimes you have an awesome image and you want to use it as a background, but you don't want it to be just the stark image. You want an overlay. Well, in the past, you'd have to go into an image editor and choose the color of the overlay and put it over and save the image and upload it to the media and all that good stuff. Now you do not have to do any of that, which is so awesome. So you basically go into your full width slider, which is what I used here, and you go into because it's a slider, it can have multiple images. I saved this image as a background in this particular slider image. So you do that, and then when it asks you use background overlay, you click yes, and then you just pick your color. And again, you pick your color, you pick the transparency level, and you are absolutely good to go. It's as easy as that. And then I also used a text overlay color, which is very cool because I will show you right here. The white would probably get lost if it was on the yellow background here. So I decided to just put a text overlay as well. You don't have to do that, but it's another option that they offer, which is very, very cool. Okay, so that is a full width slider. You can also do the same with any other slider that's just a little, for example, this is just a a smaller one right here, not a full width slider. Okay. And I did a background image overlay, and here I didn't do any text overlay. I didn't do any text overlay. Okay, and then finally, another change to Divi 2.6 is that the contact forms are a lot more customizable. You can add any new field that you want, and then you can change them around so that they are wherever you want them to be. You can display the CAPTCHA, which you could do before, and it's just very cool. And again, each of these modules you can display on phone, tablet, and desktop, or you can disable on any of these devices. So that's pretty darn cool if you ask me. And those are some of the main changes to Divi 2.6. I know these guys are just constantly making updates. And one other thing I adore about Elegant Themes is their support is out of this world. If you have issues, you can go on the support forum, you can ask your question, and often I get a reply within an hour or under an hour even. So it's just really a great company, and I highly recommend them. In fact, I love them so much that I got a lifetime developer's license, because that is pretty much where I see myself staying, is with Elegant Themes, and I hope they keep up the great work. I'm sure they will. And thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can find me at mariasaracen.com. I would be more than happy to help you. But if you go with Elegant Themes, I know you will be in very good hands. Thanks so much for watching, and have fun with your web designing. Bye.